I am Ahan Firoz, Marketing Officer at PFL Education. PFL Group International is one of the leading UK-owned and managed student placement agencies. We offer the widest range of services and commitments to our student customer seeking higher education to UK, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, USA, and UAE. Today, most of our students study at a STEAM university, and we care for the future based on our quality-oriented practices, knowledge, and education. So today we have Dr. Amna Riaz, who is a student of Middlesex University. So Ms. Amna, would you like to give an overview of this university?
First of all, a very good morning. Actually, here it's morning, but I know it's in Pakistan. It's like almost noon there. So yes, very Assalamu alaikum to all. Yes, about the university, I would like to suggest it is one of the most, renowned universities here in UK with a vast variety of undergraduate and postgraduate courses, approx like 300 to 400 courses the university offer. They have like campuses, like they have like their main campus here in UK, London, and then they have their campuses in Malta. They have their campus in Dubai. So they are like, this is one of the international universities. The best thing that I would like to say about university is its research program. If anyone wants to like study research related studies, I would suggest that Middlesex is one of the best universities because it has it has gained some remarkable awards in its research, and it has some of the latest technologies being used in research these days. Apart from studies, I would say that it has really good student social activities centers. It has gym, it has like libraries, it has play areas. So but yeah, due to COVID they have all been locked. So yeah, but yes, when the COVID pandemic is over, definitely students who are coming at Middlesex University, they can definitely have the advantage and the benefits of those areas.
So how was your overall journey and experience with PFL education?
Oh, it was brilliant actually. I would rate it like 9 on 10. Yeah, so it was like they had really made my roller coaster ride a smooth one. So yeah, so it was like really remarkable. The team was very professional. They were very cooperative, they were very elaborative. So yeah, they had explained me each and everything, like from preparing, like how to prepare for myself for university interview, for IELTS, and for everything, for visa application. So like it was like really, like they really care about the client. That would I say.
So in which course you are studying at Middlesex University, and are you satisfied with the teaching methodology and structure?
Well, I'm studying in research. It is a research-based study program. I'm doing masters in public health at Middlesex University. Yes, I am satisfied. Actually, what happened with me is like, since like we do not have that face-to-face classes, because when you are doing the face-to-face sessions, it's more elaborative and it's more, compelling to the students to understand. But yeah, even when they were doing because when I came here, it was like the whole lockdown season and it was like pandemic, literally pandemic here. So we had this online classes. But even in the online classes, I would say that the teachers were really supportive. They were really, caring. And if you have any problem, you can directly, connect to your program leader or your professor, your teacher, and they can help you. And even in this COVID situation, they were giving individual face-to-face help. If you have like, if you have an assignment and you have a little bit problem in dealing it and you want to have a face-to-face meeting with your professor and your teacher, you can arrange it. But they have their certain protocols that you should be like COVID test and you should be negative, you have done your self isolation and all that, and then you can have that face-to-face meeting. But overall, my whole experience was online because of COVID. So yeah, but I would rate it like online education as the online experience. I would rate it as a 10 or 8 on 10. I would rate it like that.
So it would be different if you have attended the on-campus classes and you would know about
Obviously,
the environment as
obviously,
well.
obviously, because you have access to the library, you have access to the digital library, you have face-to-face interactions. So it's very different when you are doing face-to-face and when you are doing it online at homes. So that is the only difference. But yeah, even if online, they tried to be very supportive to the students.
So what support do they provide to the international students?
In what terms you are asking? Like, are you asking for studies or like some benefits or something like that?
Studies also and the other benefits overall
Okay, okay.
international students.
Uh, for international students, like they are providing you study benefits is that they have like what you could say is like a society. They have this society. Am I still connected?
Yeah,
Hello?
yes,
Hello?
you are connected.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they have this society in the Middlesex, which offers a student help, support regarding their studies. They have some you have they had some professional students, qualified in their respective field, helping out the students, and you just have to like email them and get connected, and they can help you in your research assignments, in your studies, and if you have like some coursework and you are not you're not coping up it with, so they are there to help you. Even just if we do not want to get involved in the society, they are offering help, individual basis. Like you can have direct access to your teacher, and your teacher will be there to help you. They have their online, they actually introduce their online what I could call it online educational help session, which is like when you are enrolled in the university, it's a link there in your portal, and you can go there and you can have review about your works, and you can get tips regarding your research work or your dissertation or whatever you need help regarding. So this is what they are doing for the studies. For regarding the benefits and groceries, what they are doing for international students, I would say it's a little bit limited. If because when I compared it with the students who are studying here, like who are basically national here, so it's a little bit different. They are just providing 10 to 15% scholarships for the students. That's what they are doing for international students. That's it. Nothing. I haven't come across anything else that they are doing for international students. But yeah, they are really supportive when it comes to study. They are really supportive when it comes to your mental health. And yes, they had really in the COVID pandemic, they were really giving students the what you call it COVID hardship funds. That's what they were doing. Yeah, they were doing it that time. But yeah, I won't think that they will be doing it now, because the COVID situations are being like resolved. So
Is it
that
related something to scholarship, like
no, no, the COVID
the
hardship
funds you
one
talk
was
about?
no, the COVID hardship fund was not related to the scholarship. It was just giving on the need based process. If the student is needy, you just have to like do the whole documentation process, and if they found you
All
needy,
right.
they will just send you the amount. And they were giving like distributing from 500 to 3,000 pounds to a student depending on what need they have.
All right. So how much does it cost for a living?
Oh, living. I would say that living is a little bit expensive in London, especially traveling. And you do have to travel a lot. Even if you're going for studies and if you are going for your job or like groceries or whatsoever, you have to travel a lot. And travel and living is expensive. I would suggest that as far as my experience is, I would say that a normal student coming here and living on his own, not with any like a family or like a relative or something like that, living on his own, he or she will be spending approx like 1,200 to 1,500 pounds, including their living, their traveling, their groceries, everything. So that is the per month estimation.
So is that living accommodation provided by the university or they have
Yes.
anything like that?
Yes. University has a lot of accommodations, and you can just, before arriving to the, because before arriving UK, you can have book with the university. On their website, they have this link for the accommodation, and you can find the best reasonable accommodations for yourself from there.
So what scholarship opportunities does Middlesex University provide? And what is the eligibility criteria?
Well, for international students, as I said, it's not that much. They are just providing 10 to 15% scholarships, and what the requirement criteria is that you have to be merit in your previous degree. They will be considering you merit. And merit here in UK, it means you must be achieving 60% above in each and every subject what in which you have appeared in your bachelor's degree or like in your previous degree. So that's what they are expecting.
So does the university allow students to get the IELTS waiver or accept alternative English tests like Duolingo or some?
For IELTS, I would say that for COVID, when I applied in 2020 intake, they were really accepting the Duolingo one. But yes, they have changed a little bit policy because they are now accepting the TOEFL and IELTS majority. But for Duolingo, I wouldn't suggest for students to go for Duolingo for the COVID after the COVID session because they were accepting because uh, the institutes were off. You cannot have those like on face-to-face sessions and things like that. So you can just give it like Duolingo at home. But now the things are being like getting normal
Back
to
to normal, yeah.
everywhere. Yeah, they are coming back to normal to everywhere. So they will be more preferring to IELTS or TOEFL rather than Duolingo.
All right. So how do students manage their social life along with their jobs and education, Jeff?
Well, it's quite easy to manage your social life with your jobs and education because what happens here that after every term you are having a little bit what you call like the exam break. So you have that like 4 to 5 days in which you are not studying and you can work full time if you want, and you can enjoy as much as you want to do because you do not have that study burden on yourself. So and they have like their Christmas breaks, their Easter breaks, the summer breaks, and in those breaks you are not assigned any work at all, like we used to do back in Pakistan, that when we have like summers or like we have holidays, we are assigned by the university to do some work. So here you're not assigned any work, so it's like totally free, so you can enjoy your holidays with your friends. And yes, when the holidays are over, it's like back to work, no social lifing. So you can socialize in your summers or like in your holidays, and like when the normal days are there, you just work and you just study. So it's just like that.
Must be tough.
For me, no, I wouldn't say it was tough, Maham. Like, it's normal. Like, you get used to it. Like, obviously, when you get to start doing things, so it's a bit difficult because the environment has changed, the protocols are changed as compared to Pakistan to UK. But yeah, human body is like getting used to. So yeah, after sometimes you get used to of like what the culture and what the environmental practices are here. So you get used to it, and then you really start liking it.
So how does it feel to leave your family behind and go abroad to get degree? And how do
Ah,
students come up with this homesickness thing?
oh, okay. So for Middlesex students, like they had like really, mental health community there for students who are feeling sad or like homesick and a little bit depressed. So you can definitely, connect to the mental health society of the Middlesex, and they are giving you support. Other than that, I would say that it depends on the student, him or herself, that who is coming. Like keep yourself motivated. I would that what the thing that I really used to do. And we have like these FaceTimes and WhatsApp, so it doesn't feel that much in today's, like if I look at today's era, but like looking 20 years back when you do not have those FaceTime, that was the season that people felt a lot of homesick. But today you can have those FaceTimes. But yeah, there are certain times when you feel like you really need your parents there, and that's where the mental health support or teams come in, and they support you and they help you out. So yeah, in that scenario, Middlesex University is like really supportive to the students. Even if you are like feeling a little bit depressed and you are not concentrating to your work, the teacher is there to support you, to help you out, and the society is there to help you out. So it's good.
So finding jobs in UK is a strenuous task. We know that living and studying there. What would you suggest to the students about the employability in UK?
Well, it depends what field and what faculty you are choosing. I would say that if you are, if you're a medical or allied medical health person, and you are coming to UK, you will be having jobs at your doorstep. It's just like that. You just need to know the right place and the right person. You basically need to know, because they have, they have a scarcity in the medical staff, for the medical staff at the NHS. So like they are very much down in the in the employment rate. So they need hiring more and more people. And what they had done, it's only for like it they had changed, the UKVI has changed a rule a little bit, only for medical and allied health students, that normally the student who is coming for UK for studies, they are just allowed like 20 hours per week. That's what a student visa tier 4 allows you. But for students who had the professional background, like for related to medical or like allied medical health professions, they are allowed to work like full time, even with their studies, and if they are if they are working with NHS or any department working with medical sector. So that's, they have done this for the medical and allied health students this year, just because they do not have that much employees to serve the the whole population. So for medical and allied health students, I would say that you have a lot of opportunities
So
due
they
to COVID.
provide job placements in the medical field.
Uh, uh, you are asking about university, right? The university does
Yeah,
provide
yeah,
it. Yeah, yeah, the
they provide.
university does provide it. University does provide it. But it's not that much, or on regular basis. If they have like, in my like in my term period, I had like two job. The universities had provided me two job opportunities. One was for the NHS, which is like the government section here, medical government organization here, and one was for the CDC, which is basically allied health, but it's also the government, but it's also for it's the allied health, not the medical professional. So yeah, the university does provide it. But if you are talking about the if you are talking about like the employability rate of others faculties, like apart from medical, there are jobs, but then you have to search it by yourself. And the basic thing that I would suggest to the students who are coming here and they really want job is that you know how to search and how to apply. Make your CVs up to date, make your cover letters up to date, and you should know the perfect criteria to apply, and how to apply, where to apply, because there are a lot of vacancies, but you are applying in the wrong direction. So you should know what role you are applying for and what your responsibilities are. So if you are applying in the right direction, I think you can get jobs. But yeah, there is a little bit, I would say, the rate of getting a job as compared to, if I compare to the medical field and the other fields. So the medical field has higher rate in UK due to COVID.
So are you doing any part-time job there?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. Actually, I'm working with St. Helios Hospital as a referral assistant, because I don't have achieved my HCPC up till now, so I cannot work here as a professional. So I'm just working because as I'm doing these assistant roles to get the experience. Because here in UK, if you want to like get involved in a medical field and you want to work as a professional, you must have this HCPC certificate by the UK government, and you must have at least 3 to 6 months of the NHS experience. So if you do not have these two qualities, you cannot qualify for the professional roles like band 6 or band 5 roles. You cannot qualify for them. So yes, I'm just waiting for my HCPC, and in the meantime, I'm doing these assistant roles at the NHS hospital to to get my CV up to date. That's what I'm doing.
Is it convenient for the students to cover their day-to-day expense while doing their part-time job?
I guess so. For medical students, yes, because the paying rates are better and higher as compared to other students. Yeah.
Student has some query that aptics student के लिए भी पूछना है. I don't know what
किस
he's trying to ask.
I don't know what he's trying to ask actually. Aptech or
Aptech is basically computer, like software and
yeah, yeah.
engineering degree sometimes. Okay, so what would you recommend to the students who are planning to join UK for higher studies, like attestations and police certificates or any other documents that are required?
Yes, this is a very good question. For students who are applying for studying in UK, they must have a police certificate. They must have their immunization certificates on their hand and up to date because you cannot join any organization or any you cannot get any job if you do not have these two certificates. Um, Police certificate is mandatory and immunization is mandatory. These are the two things that I came across in my when I was like trying to find out jobs and other things. And if you do not have these certificates, you have to pay a lot of amount for getting UK certification. Like if you are talking about like UK police character certificate, it costs you almost like £100, and it will be like 25 to like 20 to 25,000 Pakistani rupees. And the similar will be for the immunizations. And for immunization, I would like to let my students know that please cover your rubella, measles, mumps vaccination. You should have proof for that. You should have proof that you are TB negative. You should have proof that you do not have polio, because you are coming from Pakistan. So you should have a immunization certificate for polio. You have your immunization certificate and your booster certificate for hepatitis B, because Pakistan is most prevalent in hepatitis B in all over the Asia. So we have like 90% cases of hepatitis B only from Pakistan if we compare Asia. So you must have your booster and your immunization certificate for hepatitis B. You should have this rubella and MMR vaccination certificate, the TB and the polio. These are the four immunization certificates that you must need. Otherwise, you will be paying like almost 100 to £105 for these certificates, and you don't want to like spend your money just for these
And now
certifications.
the COVID vaccination also, it has become compulsory.
COVID vaccination. Well, the COVID vaccination, like since like I arrived here in last year 2020, December 2020, and up till now I have not received this COVID vaccination call from my NHS. What you have to do is, here it's the criteria is a little bit different, like from Pakistan. What they are doing, they started vaccinating the most elderly people, like above 60, then they went down. So they are vaccinating people like age wise. So they have not came across like people under 30. They are not coming, they have not come to to target those people who are under 30. They are still doing vaccination for those who are 30 above. So for me, it's I have not received it. So you have to wait for every student who is coming here. He or she will have to wait for the NHS response to call them or to send them, the notification letter that you can now register yourself for the NHS vaccine. And yes, after that, if you are not vaccinating, you will be in trouble. You will be you will be definitely having troubling yourself in terms of getting job or getting access to the university, or like even going to the groceries or something like that. So because there are certain places where they do check if you are vaccinated or not, and when you are vaccinated here in NHS, they give you their number and you are on track record. So that happens. So yeah, but for me, I have not received any notification. So yeah, I'm not vaccinated up till now, but looking forward to it. um that's for the COVID vaccination. That's it.
So as you said that things are getting back to normal, so when the university will, of course, continue on campus, so are there any different safety measures that the university are going to take about the corona pandemic for the
Well,
students?
what they were doing, actually what they were doing in the COVID pandemic, they had really seized down these face-to-face interactions, and they were really strict about social distancing. Even if you need to access the university, you have to do this isolation period. Even after your isolation period, you have to go through like two testing, one test, and you have to like self isolate for 4 days, and you have to do the next test. after this. And if the next test is negative, then you can come to the university and you can have this access to the library, or you can have this face-to-face meeting with your professor, or your whatever you want to do. That's what they were doing. And even in the labs, they were not accommodating more than 5 people, so they were like really maintaining this social distance. But yeah, that what they were doing, in the pandemic. But now, since the pandemic is getting over, basically, the universities, I would say that they depend on the UK government policies, what UK government says. So they are looking forward to them. So if the government says that okay, they can resume like face-to-face classes and everything back to normal, so they will be. But if not, so those are students who are applying for the September intake at the Middlesex University, and if so, they have to be very keen about the government policies. They have to know what the policies are, because if the government does not allow you to have these face to face and online sessions, then you have to follow the same protocols, this online studies. And if you want to like go to the universities, you will be doing this whole isolation thing. So it's like that. So at the end, it depends on the government, but I think that is my own personal opinion. Living here in UK, the things are getting back to normal. They are progressing, because almost I can say, being a public health student at the moment, and being aware of all the strategies and coming up and policies about COVID, they had vaccinated almost 65% population of the UK. They had done it. So they had started from like 70 above people, and now they have come to like 30 above. So like they have covered this whole gap. So a very little amount of population is being left, which is not vaccinated. So yes, they are coming to normal. So that is my personal opinion, that students coming in September will have face to face sessions, most probably. So they will be enjoying everything what the university gives, because we students, we because we came here in the pandemic era. So we do not had those opportunities as a student to to go the play area, to have the gym facility or the pool facility or something like that. But yes, those students who are coming, they will definitely be having those facilities. That's my personal opinion, because the government is progressing towards back, taking back knife to normal here in UK.
Okay, so medical student training in the UK has undoubtedly been impacted by the COVID-19. So how was your experience with that?
It was like, it was good. I would say that it was good, because you have really they provide you the most basic safety protocols. So you have those safety protocols, you have those safety measures, and without those safety measures, they do not allow you to touch a patient or to even look a patient. It's not like back that happens in Pakistan. So because here, their employer safety is first. That's the good thing about the NHS and the medical organizations working here in UK. So the employer safety is first. So when you are protected, they give you all those, and their PPTs and coverings, and after each and every patient, you have to like change them. So there is a very least chance to get affected by the person, or get an infection of the COVID. And what they are doing, even for those who are under 30 and they are working in the NHS, or they are working in the medical sector, they had given a special, they had styled, or they had established a special COVID vaccination program for those young people who are working in the um, you know in the hospital environment, and only those who have this face-to-face interactions. If you are working in a hospital and you just have like the referral work, that what I'm doing, and you do not have that patient access, so they are not offering you the COVID vaccination. But if you have that patient access, and you are going in wards, and you are having the face-to-face interactions with patients, what they do, when you are being employed, they give you the COVID vaccinations before. So they are really working hard for their employee safety measures and protocols. They are really following them.
So does the university provide any postgraduate benefits?
The university is providing the PSW.
What that would be?
that will be the that will be the full-time work for 2 years after getting your master's degree, after completing your degree. The university will provide you that, and in that time of period you can definitely live and work full time, because when you are studying you are not working full time, you're just doing the part time jobs. So it this is that benefit is basically your chance to, for students who really want to get settled here, that is a good chance and opportunity for them to look for, to work with some of the big organizations. And there are many students like who came here for studies, and after being getting this PSW, they get involved with some of the big organization like NHS, like CDC, and they really get the work permit and the residency to live here in UK. So this is what university is giving. For that you just need to cover up your degree with good escape with good scores, obviously, and you must have clear all your 180 credits of your master's degree. And if you have if you are not fulfilling those 180 credits criteria, the university will not be providing you this benefit. So you have to attain the full degree to get this benefit.
Right. So, lastly, if you would like to add your final word so that students are encouraged to apply.
Well, I would say that do apply, because there are a lot of opportunities here, in UK and especially London, because it is one of the opportunistic cities of the world. You can find a job at your doorstep if you know how to apply and where to apply. You can really build your career and you can boom your career here. What else, like the study is like way much different as compared to Pakistan, because it's that that I would suggest that a student will feel this difference. The study is really realistic, and it will, you will love the study, because the way they used to taught programs here is like they make you interact with the living society. If you are working, let's suppose if you are studying this environmental health or something like that, they will give you the realistic opportunities to get engage yourself with the environment, or because they are just not giving you this theory, they are giving you practicals with theory as well, and the practical work is more as compared to the theoretical work. So yeah, so you will definitely be enjoying your studies, and you have a better chance to build up your professional career and to get better jobs. And what you can build your life here. And obviously, last but not the least, I would say that you will explore a lot, and exploration will give you that confidence and education and everything that nothing else can give you. You learn when you explore. So when you come here, it's like a metropolitan city. You'll meet different people, you'll meet different you will see different religions, you will see different occasions, like how people different celebrate different things. So you will learn different cultures, and it's all new experience. So I would suggest people, students, to do come and explore. It's lovely.
That's great. So, I think that's it. So, thank you so much for your time,
Thank you so much,
and it
ma'am,
was
for
very
inviting me.
helpful.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Same to you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.